near-death experience. But I think it's important to just take a look at the fact that the medical community, scientific community, they don't necessarily make clear factual statements that this is real, this is truth. They build evidence, and so it's not to say that they said, okay, there is an afterlife, there is proof of that, but I think there's a lot of data that puts the scientific community, medical community with questions that are not answered,
Right.
just in terms of this phenomenon. And so it really speaks to this greater awareness that's beyond the body. And near death experiences have this, as well as, another phenomenon called a shared death experience, where your body is totally fine. And you might have a pet that is in your arms that crosses over, or a family member that crosses over, and you yourself will actually leave your body. You're in a disembodied state, and you join that loved one, on their continuation day, and you are there with them as they cross over. And so you ask Raymond, what is he more blown away by, the near-death experience or the shared-death experience, which is getting
Mm,
a lot of traction? He says definitely the shared-death experience. The near-death experience, you could still say, okay, there was hallucinating, there was delirium. Even that is obviously questioned with the brain having a minimal degree of functionality as well as the body. But when your body is fully, working, and then you're able to have these evidential experiences with a fully working body, that speaks to a greater part of us beyond the five senses. And so I think
wow.
really all these experiences and phenomenon are there for us to look at the nature reality in a little bit of a different way, and to not be scared by a lot of these people who are just everyday people, or people who are from the medical community, who are giving voice and capital and weight and confidence that we are more than our bodies. We are infinite consciousness, spiritual beings in this human body, and we have to find ways to remember that. These
Mm,
experiences allow us a little bit more confidence, to have that as a knowing versus a faith or a belief.
right, right. I,
Right.
that because that's exactly what happened. It's like when I after the experience, there was a knowing.
Right.
I mean, it's gonna sound funny, a knowing that I had never known, like that I was never aware of,
Mm.
because I believe it was always there, tapping me on the shoulder. I was just too um, wrapped up in my own addiction or my own trauma to hear it, see it, feel it,
Right.
and it was just awakened in that moment. Now you had